Hi, this is Eric Olson from Helps. I'm going to talk about another scam. This scam is a loan over the internet scam. So, and you're going to listen to this client here in just a minute. She called me not too long ago, earlier, half hour, hour ago, whatever. And what happened was she wanted to rebuild her credit, wanted to borrow a little money, and so she got on the internet and she typed loans without credit check and filled out a couple applications and got a call from a scammer, and you can listen to what happened to her, okay? You never give your routing number or check number to anyone, and if anyone asks you to buy a debit card from someplace, all that is just a clear sign that's a scam. But you don't take the first step. You know, legitimate lenders you invite a problem if you get on the internet and try to borrow money and type in, without a credit check. You invite to be scammed. So go and listen to the video. And this can happen to the best of us. Okay. These scammers are very proficient. And one thing I told her at the end is if you've been scammed once, it's almost a guarantee they're going to attempt again. Someone else will. They kind of trade these names. So here we go. I'm talking to a client of Helps, and I'm going to call her Ann. That's not her real name. She called me. I've been talking to her for the last 15 or 20 minutes. And I asked her if I could talk to her about what happened to her recently. She was scammed and taken advantage of. So, Ann, you're not terribly computer savvy, is that right?
No, I'm not.
And you operate mostly on your cell phone, correct?
Right.
Okay, and then I think you're there with your daughter too, but you get Social Security and that's your only form of income, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you want to see if you could rebuild your credit, and so you Googled loans without credit check, something like that. Was that what you did?
Yes. Yes,
And you did that on your cell phone.
I did.
And then you came up. I did that with you a few minutes ago, and there's a lot of websites, loans without. I mean, list goes on and on and on. How did you?
Yes.
How did you pick which one to choose? Did you just randomly pick one? Is that it, or what?
No, actually, they called me.
What did you fill out?
Yeah, but you when you saw them on the phone, you had to fill out a form or something, correct? Somewhere?
No, I didn't. Like I said, they called me.
How many you had to fill that
And-
out to get their number?
How'd they get your number?
I was on several of the loans. Yeah, several of the loans.
But you filled out the application.
And I filled an application on the phone, yes.
Okay. So I'm going to tell the daughter to kind of be quiet in the background because it's going to be helpful. So, but you saw these different websites and you filled out an application. Did you fill out more than one application? Or do you remember?
Yeah,
More
I
than
can't
one.
remember.
Okay. And then you got a phone call from someone. Is that right?
Yes, I've had several of them.
You got several phone calls, and you were applying for a loan, and this was to apply for a loan, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to build my credit.
Okay, so tell me what happened next. You got a phone call. What'd they say?
I got a phone. They said that they could help me with the amount that I was applying for, which was $500. It wasn't much.
Okay.
And they told me they could help me, and they could also help me build my credit.
Okay, so
And
then what happened?
then they told me they were going to put some money in my account, and I was to go get some gift cards.
Okay, so,
And
well, let's stop right there. So they said they were going to put some money in your account. So
yes.
did they say how much money they were gonna put in your account?
No.
Did they, did they ask you for your bank account information to do that?
They asked me for my checking part. Will you deposit and withdraw?
So you gave them, the numbers down on the bottom of your check.
Right. That's exactly what I did.
And it's called a routing number, and then there's
Yes.
another number there, your account number.
Right.
So where?
Yes.
Okay, and so that was all in one phone conversation. Okay, right?
Yes.
Okay, then
Yes.
then there had to be another phone conversation after that. Did they call you back and say,
Yes.
what'd they say?
They called me back and told me they were going to put some more money in the account, and I was going to do the same thing over again.
Well, wait a minute. So when the first time they put money in, he called you back and said, I put money in your account. Did he say how much money he put in your account then?
No. I just went in my account on the phone.
And what did you
And
find?
I
What
see
did you
that.
find? How much was in there? How much did he supposedly put in the account?
2,900 and something.
Okay. So, but you'd signed no loan agreement or anything like that, right?
I did not.
Okay.
No, I did not.
And how did you feel when you saw $2,900 in your bank account?
I said, oh, hell, I got it made now.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand. Okay, and then he must have called you back after you looked and realized you had that much money in your bank account, right?
Yes.
And then what did
He called me back,
and what did he tell you to do?
told me to go to Dollar General, Family Dollar, or Walmart or somewhere and pick up some gift cards. And it would match somewhere in what they give me. In other words, he put $2,900 in there. I was going to get gift cards that added up to, say, $2,800. The other 100 and something was for gas and me running around getting the cards and calling them back to him. So
Okay, so
he's done that
you
twice.
got to keep a little bit of that money, right? You got some money
Yeah.
for your gas, and then
Yeah.
so how much in these gift cards did you buy? And you bought them from Dollar General, is that right?
Yeah, I got most of them from Dollar General. They were for, let me see, Home Depot was like $450 a card, and Apple card for like $450
Did he
a card.
tell you to go to different places?
No,
You just did that.
I just did that.
Okay, and then when you got the cards, did you call? Did he call you, or did you have his number? Did you call him?
I called him and told him I had the cards, what you want me to do with them. And he told me to take pictures of them and send them to him.
And that's what you did.
And that's what I did.
And this started on what day did this start? Approximately,
The last part of March.
and last part of March. So
Yeah.
did he put some more money in your account?
Yes, he did.
How much more?
2,800 and something. He did again.
So now we're talking almost $6,000 total, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you did the same thing. You got some gift cards, correct?
Yes. Yes.
And then you took the gift cards and took pictures of them and sent them to him. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
So you can take a picture with your phone, right? You know how to do that.
Yes. Took me a while, but I learned.
You learned. Did he teach you how to do that? Did he show you how to do that?
No. No.
Okay.
I watched my daughter do it. So, we got a lot of grandbabies and
You figured out
Different
how to do
areas.
that.
yeah.
Now, I don't think you told your daughter what you were doing during this time, correct?
I did not, because I damn sure didn't want to hear her mouth.
You didn't want what?
I didn't want to hear her mouth.
Oh, thought she might not like what you were doing up to.
I know she wouldn't.
Yeah, well, okay. So of that second amount of money, how much money did he say you could keep for yourself that was left over after these debit cards were paid? Was it another couple $100?
Yeah, it was like 150.
Okay.
And
So then what happened next?
all right, the bank shut me down.
Okay, so you got a call from the bank?
No, I got a letter from the bank.
And what the letter say?
It said that they were shutting my account down.
And was
But
the,
before that, it got shut down, and he had shut it down.
so he,
And I called him. I said, "How you expecting me to get any money out of it? My account's closed." Oh, he
So-
says I can fix that, and he opened it back up.
okay, because he had your account number or whatever, he apparently was able to log in and manipulate your account somehow. He maybe even
Yeah.
thought he was you. Had you ever given him any personal information like your birth date or your social security number or
No.
anything like that?
No, but they damn sure had it all.
Okay, well,
Even had my maiden name and my middle name, and
okay,
I'm giving my middle name to nobody.
okay. And then the bank closed the account because they found out these checks that he had deposited, the money wasn't any good.
Right? I guess so.
Okay, and then we talked about what happened was they closed your account down and you owed the bank close to $6,000 because of,
Yep.
yeah, and when they closed your account down, you contacted Social Security and to have your Social Security go to on a direct express card.
Yes.
Okay, which was good. Get out of the bank. And then what you explained to me is that your Social Security for April, even though the account was closed, it was deposited into the bank because your bank that was closed down, correct?
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
and I explained to you that even though the account was closed, the bank could, if the bank got that money electronically, they would open up the account and they could offset that money against any non-sufficient funds you have in the account that you owed, which was $6,000. I think your check was what, like for 18 or 1900 for Social Security, was that right? Somewhere in that range?
Just going up to 2015.
Okay, so they took the 2015, applied the money you owed them, and you probably still owe them between $3,000 and $4,000, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I explained to you that you don't have to pay that back. You understand that? Yeah, because the bank can't collect from you. They can't do anything. And if you do get a notice from the bank or they try to collect from you, let us know. We'll send them a cease and desist letter so they leave you alone.
All right, but what happened when they said that you all told me that they couldn't touch my Social Security money?
Oh, you mean who can't touch your Social Security money? Creditors?
Anybody that I owe.
Yeah, okay. They can't. There's only the one exception is if you have a bank account, okay, the bank
Uh-huh.
can charge money from your bank account to pay a bank fee. They can also take money from your account to pay for an NSF fee, non-sufficient funds. So if you have money in your bank and you overdraft the money and the bank is left holding the bag, yeah, the bank can do a set-off. They can take money from the account, which includes Social Security, to reimburse them for that money that they paid on your behalf. So they can do, now, other creditors can't take money out of your bank account. Like if someone gets a judgment and sues you, it's protected.
Right.
But your own bank, where you owe your bank money for an NSF charge, they can take it out. Now, if you owed the bank money on a loan, then no, they couldn't take it out. But where you wrote a check or did something to pay someone else and it turned out not to be good, yeah, they can do an offset of the money. So that was legal what they
Wait a
did.
minute. I did not write a check.
No, I know
I
that.
used my card.
I
I
know-
used my bank.
I know, it's the same thing. Same
Oh.
thing. Same thing.
Well, like I said, I
They
didn't know that.
Yeah, they had a right to do that where, the bank, it really wasn't the bank's fault, so to speak, that this happened. And I want to make clear, this only happened over a couple of week period of time. It was like 14 days or a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just so you know, I've had this before, and if banks get a hint of this happening, sometimes they will close an account or they'll suspend an account to help stop someone from being scammed. But in this instance, it happened so quick, and it was most of the time. A lot of times, this is handled electronically. They didn't know where the money was coming from, and then, boom! When they found out it wasn't any good, it was too late because you had bought those debit cards
Right.
from Dollar General, and the money was gone. Well, thank you, Ann, for talking to me. This will be helpful to other seniors so they can recognize. I guess the point is that it's not a good idea to get on the internet asking for a loan without, with no credit check. You have potential to have a scammer contact you real fast. So that was that. If you've listened to some of these other videos about scams, you get a general idea how these scammers work. They prey on people's needs, and they a lot of times they'll target seniors. And a lot of it is depositing money in your account and someone buying a debit card. They get all kinds of tricks, and they're good at this. If it's too good to be true, it is. It's not true. So don't want to criticize anyone because this can happen to the best of us. And so we do these videos so that you can share with others so this doesn't happen to someone else. My name is Eric Olson. I'm the director of HELPS. We represent seniors and disabled persons owed debt they can't afford to pay in order to stop debt collectors from harassing them. And we also educate seniors how they can maintain their financial independence. And part of what we do is we represent our clients ongoing years in the future. So if they have a question or concern, they can always call us. And that's why she called. She wanted to know if she could get the money back from the bank that they took from her Social Security. And in the video, I explained why the bank had a right to offset that money. It was for NSF charges that were really her fault, even though she was taken advantage of. So if you have any questions, you can always contact HELPS. Numbers below, and be sure and click the button and subscribe to our channel. You have a great day.